Good morning. Good morning. I'm Jacques and I help with the Athens County Appalachia Project, and this is our 10th year to help the poorest county in the state. And I look out on you and I see some wonderful people that have made donations, and it looks like some wonderful people that might be getting ready to make some donations. Anyway, the reason I'm so short is I'm standing on the shoulders of a giant that got me into social justice when I was 5 years old. And she's only 4'8", so hence I'm standing on her shoulders. She started in social justice 93 years ago in Switzerland when she was 6 years old, and it's become a family tradition. And one of the mothers of this congregation came up to me a month ago and said, you know, one of the most important things you do, I know what you do helps the people in Southeast Ohio with food, school supplies, and clothing. But you're here every Sunday showing the children of the church and the adults of the church how important it is to help others. And I thought that was a nice perspective on it. Anyway, being our 10th year, this was also our 10th year to do school supplies that we do in August for the poorest county in the state. And we collected school supplies for 97 children with all of your help, which gave us a total of over 1,000 children in the last 10 years that we've given school supplies to. With your help this year, we will surpass that with turkeys. And our goal is 150 turkeys. There are no turkeys at the Southeast Ohio Food Bank in Logan, which covers the 7 counties of Southeast Ohio, which are 7 of the 10 poorest counties in the state. So if we don't provide them, they don't have them. Now, one of the things we do is collect children's books, and many of you bring children's books. I see some children's books bringers around the community here. Every food box, our goal is to get 2 children's books in each food box for the kids. I tried a library quite a few years ago, actually 8 years ago, and it was only successful with 1 child who graduated from high school this year. He was in the 4th grade. He came to the library, which we had built in the foyer of the church, and he came up and he said, well, what do you do here? I said, it's a library. He said, well, how do I get the books? I said, well, you pick out the ones you want. He goes, well, how many can we pick out? And I said, how many can you carry? And he walked out of there like this. Well, now he is only the second one out of 8 people in his family to graduate from high school. So what you do makes a difference. Don't ever think what you do does not make a difference. I see lots of people here, but what I do, besides trying to get the adults to tune in to social justice, is for the children. I remember Willow, who is represented by her mother here, 4th generation Unitarian. The last 2 years, maybe 3 years, her birthday presents have been food to donate to Southeast Ohio. I have a young man in the audience, I believe he's 10 years old, named Gabe, Michael Liston, who donated $1, which was the only $1 he had, for food for the children. Alicia had a lemonade stand and donated a whole bunch of quarters and dimes for the poor kids. Now, if the children of our church can do it, that kind of eliminates a chance for an adult to have an excuse. Somebody said, by the children they will be led, or something like that. So anyway, and thank you all for donating so much, and we do need more. And I also have the names of children, because we have given Christmas presents to over 700 children in the last 10 years. And thank you all for sponsoring. I don't say adopt them, because we're not going to take the kids home, but we're going to try to sponsor them for Christmas. One year, a man who was in his 50s or 60s came up to me the last day before I went down there before Christmas. And he said, you know, I have this collection of Beanie Babies, and I did not delve into that. And he said, I'd like to donate it. I'm cleaning things out. Can you use Beanie Babies? He gave me a bag of 60 Beanie Babies. And I thought, hey, they'll think of something to do with them. The Women's Shelter of Athens called the ministry down there and said we have no Christmas presents for the kids in the shelter. There was 30 kids in the shelter that were not going to have a Christmas. So I can't remember who gave it to me, but if you're in the audience, I want to thank you again because you gave 2 gifts to every child in the women's shelter for the battered women of Athens County when they would have had nothing. So come by the social justice / justice action ministry table, and you can figure out how you can help out, and thank you very much.